Hello everyone. Welcome to our gaming stream. We do this every Wednesdays. Last Wednesday didn't go too well, but hopefully find out all the problems. This should be good to go. So
it should be a lot smoother.
Yes. We're live on Binance.
We are, we're live on Binance. We've currently got 55 people on Binance, and we have a whopping 2 people watching us on YouTube.
Haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet. Please make sure you go to the link which you're going to see at the bottom right now. Go to that link, please subscribe. Thank you. So I feel like I should just get straight into the games.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So we have talked. Sorry.
I was going to say, what game are we moving on to first?
Splinterlands is first. So the order of operation is we have Splinterlands, Eve.io, the Sandbox, Starless, and Undead Blocks.
Okay.
So if anyone was here last gaming stream, you would know we did look at Splinterlands, but I thought I'd include it again because obviously a bit of the information was skewed and the stream kind of went wrong. So Splinterlands, a very promising game. Which basically takes its whole premise from like Hearthstone and card games like that. So it's easy accessible for people who are just getting into crypto games. All the attributes to the currencies inside the game, the cards, interactions, it's all Web3 based. So, the cards are NFTs, the things you earn are tokens. I believe there's 2 tokens you can earn. I'll get into more detail in a minute, but it's a very fleshed out game. It's one of the most finalized games we've seen of yet, and the best final product so far. So Splinterlands. Actually, you know what? Before we get into the actual nitty gritty, I'll show a bit of gameplay. Yeah. This is the tower defense game, which is coming out soon. Because we did show the card game last stream, so I thought I'd show this one now. So it looks pretty fun. Hold on. I don't have the audio on. Right, here we go. Can you see that on Discord?
Yep, you're streaming, it's fine.
Perfect. So like I said, there is the card game. Actually, I'll see if I can get the card game up as well. Right now. And there is a tower defense game. But obviously, this is beta, but this is the sort of game you expect from Splinterlands. The tower defense and the card. This is something which will be coming out quite soon. So somewhat interesting to look into. Let's see if I can get into the card gameplay. There we go. Let's just show some gameplay. Hold on. There we go. So as you can see, so the artwork is very nice. It's very similar to like Hearthstone and things like that. I believe there's another card game. I can't really remember the name of it. Oh, I forgot to actually. You know what? Let me put the background music on.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too loud or not, but
I can't hear any of it.
Hold on. It should be very quiet. Just something in the background. Hopefully, people who are watching can see it. Yeah. So the artwork is very similar to Hearthstone, like I mentioned previous. So the gameplay is literally just Hearthstone, but in the web. And what is great about that is it is in the web. It's not like you have to download it on PC and it's a platform exclusive game. You can play it on, you can play it on your phone. Obviously, there'll be some like mobile, like UI scaling, but you can play it on your mobile, your iPad, your laptop. You can play it, anywhere you go, which is always nice to see. It's quite accessible, and like I said previously, it is the gameplay. The basis of it is something we've seen before, so it's tried and tested. And as you might notice, at the top of the screen, it's got this gold coin and this purple one. These two are both tokens, tokens which the game uses. So the pink one is for upgrading cards. So when you sell, actually, I'll go to the OpenSea here. So these are all the cards. Oh, there's a ton of them. I'm not going to go all the way through them, but these are the cards. This is the place you'll go. You'll go to OpenSea. I believe it's also on Binance Smart Chain. I believe it's got its own NFT page.
So before you go any further, what are the? Can you scroll up and what are some of the prices on these cards?
Well, floor price is 0.15 ETH. Okay, I click that to kind of transfer. So it's quite hefty, but you always see that with Ethereum. But it's also on the Binance Smart Chain. I'll see if I can get a link to that actually quickly.
So these are about what, $300 a card?
Right, yeah. It's quite expensive, but it's I think these are some of these. I don't know what the highest is. I don't know what the most expensive is, but it goes up. Hold on. Is there a way to filter it from? Hold on. Give me a second. Right, here we go. So, okay, well, the only thing I can find was an article. Basically, it's got this SPS token, or Splinter Shard, which is the purple one, which is what you use to upgrade cards, which carry over with the NFT. They're about 2 cents or 3 cents right now. And like I said, you use these to upgrade the cards. And the gold one, I can't really remember what you use that for. But there's some key aspects. I think it's generally just a token. You earn and you can sell. So it's like I said at the start, it's very fleshed out in terms of the way it integrates Web3 into the game. It's predominantly focused on Web3. It's not just in the background. The gameplay looks good. It's good artwork, something we've seen before. And like I said, with the tower defense coming out soon, so they are adding to the game. And the developers are active. With it's not just a pump and dump or anything like that, or just something they just throw out there to, gain money. So I think it looks really good. Hopefully, everyone else does too. Is there any question on this or anything you want to say or ask?
We've had a few people saying hello.
Hello.
So we've got. I'm trying to get some names. Sony has said hello. Skull has said hello. We've got a few people with some scammy airdrops. We've got Binance user with a few love hearts, and over on YouTube we have Velvet Rope saying hello.
Awesome. Good to hear.
So we've got lots of hellos. So what I would say is anyone that's watching, please give us a follow, give us a like. If you're watching on YouTube, please give us a subscribe and make sure your notifications are turned on. So that was Splinterlands.
Yes, and we did try to cover this in the last gaming stream, and there was a gaming question. We looked at there was a FAQ help section on the website, which we actually looked at. So if you do want more information on this, do go to the website. It's on, I believe it is on Magic Eden as a showcase, and go to our previous stream on YouTube or Binance, and you'll see our section on that.
Also, on YouTube, in the description of this stream, we have a link to Sandbox, we have a link to Eve.io, we have a link to Death Road, Star Atlas, and the last one on there is Splinterlands. We've got a link to Splinterlands on there, so if you want to go and have a look at it, the links are all in the description of the YouTube channel. Perfect.
All right. Well, I think that covers it for Splinterlands. Last we did cover it. Yeah, I think it's definitely a very promising game. Something which isn't gonna, just come and go. I think it's here to stay. So definitely something worth looking at. Yeah, so the next one, I believe you are going to be talking a bit about. I mean, I will also talk about it, but it's something I can actually play. And we tried to play it last stream, but technical limitations caused it to not go too well.
Is this EV.io?
Yes, it's got. I can showcase some of the NFTs if you want. It's all right. Like in terms of price, I mean, it's expensive. What's that, like $80, $100? Do you want me to talk about it and then play it, or do you want me to play it and then you talk about it? Or
what I would do is I'd go into the game for 10 or 15 minutes and give it a play. And what I will do is I will bring up the details of it, and I'll talk through the details of the game.
All right.
So, what you might not know, if you want me to talk about it now, is, do you know how long ago this game came out? You'd be surprised.
I don't know. I mean, when I was looking at the pages in terms of Web3, like lending and upgrading, it was very like bare bones. So I would wager a guess to say surprising. It's only come out quite recently. But I could be mistaken.
This came out January 2021.
Okay, so relatively new.
This game is 2 years old. It was released by. Sorry, basically the game is trying to be Halo, Destiny, Quake style game.
Yeah, you can definitely feel it.
Weapons you'd expect. Yeah. Now it also consists of various different maps, from Drought, Ancient, Fractal, Pawn. So there's probably a good 20 maps in the game. And they also have, which is quite nice, they also have Christmas variants. So you can actually play the game at Christmas wearing a Santa hat, which is lovely.
Very nice.
There's also around 15 or so weapons, from hand cannons through to katanas, Uzis, shotguns. You then have different abilities. So there's an awful lot of similarity between this game and most of the games that you currently get on Steam and currently get on Epic Games. So it's basically as Julian would say, it's a bang bang.
Yes, it is a bang bang. Yeah, I mean, while playing the game right now, and I played it a bit quite a while ago when I was checking it out, it's very competitive feeling. It's got nice movement, nice gunplay. It's something to look into if you're a competitive player. We've seen some obviously card based team deathmatch looking games, which all are FPS focused, but they haven't really executed it well. But for a browser game, this is a very well execution of a competitive game, and it feels really nice to play. In terms of movement, etc.
Yeah, I mean, watching the game, obviously it reminds me of Quake, but it also reminds me, what was that game called? Half-Life. It reminds me of Half-Life an awful lot, like the colour schemes, etc. So it's a pretty good-looking game.
Yeah.
And I take it, is there an end to some of these maps?
Yeah, I mean, there's different game modes, so you get your team deathmatch, free for all, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which you can play. So it's a game. What's it called? game type based. So there's a score or an end to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's obviously there's ability to at the bottom left, which I have no idea how to use any of them, to be honest. So I've only really played this once before. But I think there's a teleport, etc., which you can use. But yeah, I mean, the gameplay and functionality. I think I'm lagging a bit, but it for something which is decently new, it feels very professional.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's a couple of updates from Earth from Another Sun as well, which
we
could probably go through later.
Alright, yeah, we'll do that at the end, yeah.
So that wasn't too bad. So that was EV.io.
Yeah, I'm just going to bring up the NFTs quickly, which look quite nice.
Yeah.
So basically, the way, I don't know, I was kind of playing the game, I wasn't really focusing too well on what you said, but basically the way you earn in this game is you buy NFTs in the form of skins. So obviously you can see characters here. You got Ghost, Anthem. I can't scroll. Oh, well, you believe me. You got weapon skins and you got sword skins. So basically you garner all these skins and you wear them while playing the game. And basically the way you earn is you kill people while wearing the skins. It'll give you a token, depending on how many NFTs you have on and what level they are. So you could have a sword, a character skin and a weapon all at the same time. You'd earn, let's say, 1 token, and you use these tokens to upgrade the NFTs, which will increase their value, but it would also increase how much token you earn per kill or multi-kill, etc. So there's a lot of once you buy an NFT, you can actually use it in the game. It's not just something you have as a character and that's it. It's something you work on as your own skin. You can lend them out as well to other people for a cheaper price, so they can earn tokens as well. So it's decent. It's decent economy within the game. So, but I feel like which is good is they focus more on the gameplay off the bat. I mean, obviously, as the game progresses and improves, we'll see more fleshed out use of NFTs and Web3 technology. But I'm glad to see that they've focused more on the gameplay and how that works, rather than immediately the Web3 and including blockchain technology in it. But obviously, they still have NFTs, etc. in the game. Yeah. But the gameplay is it feels like it's the forefront of what they're focusing on, which is always great to see with any game. So yeah, I think that's it for Eve.
Yeah, I mean it's a fairly straightforward game. I mean, it doesn't have an awful lot to it. I mean, if you go to the leaderboards on it, or is there any kind of way of like tracking your progress?
Yes. So you can make an account, and you can. So basically, it's quite nice because you don't need to make an account to play the game. Like when I was playing just then, I just went straight into it. And you can make friend lobbies. So what's interesting to see is that if you're a Web 2 person, you have no idea what crypto is, you could play this game and have no idea. What that it's Web 3. Like it could just be a browser game. You play with your friends. You can make an account with an email, and it'll record how many kills you've got, how many times you've jumped, and whatever the hell. But you can sign that account with your wallet, which is how it connects your account to your wallet, etc. It doesn't use I think you can use your wallet as an account, but you can use an email and sign that with a wallet. So there's interconnectivity with there. But yeah, if you want to track leaderboards, I think there's a global leaderboard, and if you want to track your stats, you can make an account and it'll record from there. Okay,
perfect. Yeah. Right then, sorry for that. Right, what are we moving on to next?
Next is the Sandbox. I'll probably show the gameplay first and then talk a bit about it. We showed this video last time. The quality is horrible. Let's see if I can do 1080. There we go. Let it load. There we go. So, if I had to describe let me turn this music down actually. I can't describe the game itself while this is going on in the background. So if I had to describe Sandbox, I would say it's Web3 Roblox. I'll get into the tools and such after we look at some gameplay, which is going on right now. But basically, the makers of this game have given tools to the community and also allowed them to make their own assets and games, exactly like Roblox works. So you can make your own, you can make a gun game, or you can make a little world. Okay, or in this case, I've got an ad. Awesome. In this case, Hell's Kitchen of Gordon Ramsay. So you can make all these worlds and instances and universes. But the way it works with Web3 is you can sell these assets and worlds and monetize it with cryptocurrency. People can use your assets in their game if they want to make one, and in order to pay for it, they would use crypto. So basically, and like Roblox has Robux, I think it's called. Sandbox has I think the Sand token, isn't it? I believe.
I think something like that. Yeah, Sand.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just the gameplay. It's third person. You get the idea. So Sandbox. I'll go. I think I can't remember what place. Actually, yeah, I'll go to partnerships. And another great thing about Sandbox, if I go to home, here we go. So they've got some big partnerships. So Walking Dead, Snoop Dogg, Adidas, Smurfs, Deadmau5, Atari, Hell's Kitchen, or Gordon Ramsay, Care Bears. So they've got a lot of retail Web2 companies getting into Web3 by sponsoring and partnering with a Web3 game, which is great to see. And what this means is that there'll be Adidas shoes you can buy for your character. And that's another thing, customization. Use Sand token. You can buy NFTs in terms of like a t-shirt or a hairstyle. So there's a Walking Dead game. Snoop Dogg had his own little like DJ thing, I think. And Deadmau5 is DJ himself. So it's nice to see they've got rights, and there's a lot of games in terms of Atari. There's a lot of integration of brands, like Web2 brands, in this game, which is nice to see. So obviously means there's something good about it. It's not just going to be something. It's not going to be a come and go game. Like I said, a bit like I said with Splinterlands. It's somewhat promising because of how much there is partnering with the game, like Snoop Dogg, Walking Dead.
Well, we've had a couple of comments.
Yep.
First comment is it looks basic, and the second comment is it's not my cup of tea.
Is that for which one's that for, Eve? Well, what time was that? Was that?
That's just now. That's for Sandbox.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's quite kiddie.
Yeah.
What's very interesting is some games, advertise themselves a bit like this one, Roblox, and the way it kind of works with like making stuff and making a little world. It's very kiddie, and they've made their own Web3 version of Roblox, but all the demographic and audience of Roblox is kids, and there's not going to be a lot of kids who are having cryptocurrency and using it and paying for things. They're kids, so I suppose if you look at it in that way, it's very interesting. They've chosen this style of game, which is meant for kids, but they've applied technology which is meant for adults. So I'd agree. It's quite kiddie. Not a lot of adults are going to get into it, which is kind of going to be the demographic you want to aim for because it's cryptocurrency, money, etc. But yeah, I mean, very valid point. It's quite blocky and it's not graphically advanced. But on the flip side, it means you can access it from your phone and stuff, a bit like Roblox. Very simple. You can access it from a lot of platforms.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, giving that Sandbox is trying to be more than a game, isn't it? It's trying to be a metaverse where you can go and watch concerts and you can go and do your shopping. So I don't think it's ever going to evolve to the point where the graphics are, ultra high definition. It's always going to be, Exactly.
No. I agree completely. Yeah, it's never going to be something too fancy, and especially like I've got now. It's got the game maker, which is where you can make your worlds, make your assets. You can create for free, but you can monetize it with your. So yeah, here's it. Play games, earn rewards. You can earn rewards from playing games. Build games, you can monetize it, like I said, and then create assets, and you can sell it off to game makers. It's all free. You don't need to code. I believe there might be some API like backend which you can code in to add more functionality, but there's no need. So it's quite accessible. So if it's free, I mean, it could be. You could see it as a way for kids to get into Web3 because it's very kiddie and it allows for kids. It'd be like Roblox. Kids can make their games. They can come to Sandbox and make their own assets and games, but it'll allow them to get monetized. And unlike Roblox, which take like a ridiculous amount of percentage cut from their monetization, this I don't think it has. I think you get what you get. You get what you earn. So it's definitely meant for kids. It could be a gateway in terms of Web3 for the younger generation. Definitely not on my like, but it's great to see. It's not just a game; it's something you create, and it's something which will thrive. And I think that's why Roblox has been around for so long. It's been around for like years and years and years because it's self-sustainable. People make their own thing. You don't have a constant development team. You just need to upkeep it, so it runs itself. And it's backed by big companies and big corporations. So they've got a lot of funding in terms of to make the game as polished as it can be. It's a very promising and something we've seen for a while. Like I said, concerts as well. There was a Snoop Dogg concert. I think there was like a little booth. You can go listen to him and stuff. So it's it's something which has had a lot of activity around it, and something very promising, and has been promised. It's delivered a lot of high quality results from it. So definitely something to look into. Even if the graphics are a bit bad, it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
Exactly. One last comment then before we move on. Mm-hmm. Maybe it will improve in time. I think that's supposed to say. So basically, I think they're saying that maybe over the next couple of years, it will be a little bit more user-friendly, a little bit more, retail, so older people can play it.
Yeah, I mean, interesting enough with Roblox, for example, because the best way to I could compare this game is to Roblox because it's basically identical. Is the amount of progress, like there's a thing called ray tracing, which basically makes lights look realistic in games, and they've been able to do that in Roblox. So going from a game which looks like a dodgy version of Minecraft to something which has professional looking, like GPU ray tracing, and there's been results from Roblox which have shown really impressive graphics. So as Sandbox progresses, it may allow for something like that where you have first person, really nice looking games. So yeah, like that comment said, it might improve over time. It may do. They may add more and more to the game maker, which allows for lighting and scenery to be a bit more realistic. So yeah, I agree. It may improve over time.
Brilliant. Right, what is next?
Next is Starless. I think I'll play the trailer, play some gameplay, and then we'll talk about it a bit more. All right.
Miles, the station reported a distress signal last night. They think it came from your dad's ship.
The signal, it came from past the outer ring. How is that even possible?
His ship has been reported missing for 20 years now. Pretty sure he's not coming back.
We go there, we might not come back.
What is this place?
This is going to change everything. They found out we have the map. They're gonna kill us for it.
If that's the case, there's only one thing we can do.
There's my twofer.
Yeah. There you go. So that's the trailer. It looks very cool. Unreal Engine. Probably 5 now as the updates come out. So when the final product does come out, and we're going to show in the showroom, the graphics are going to be very good. So it's not going to be something you can play on your phone or browser, but it's definitely something AAA looking. So I won't show too much of the showroom because we'll talk about it. But there has been good leaps and strides in terms of actually going onto your ship and driving around in it in this showroom.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby says greetings from Spain.
Hello.
Hello, Bobby. Thanks for joining. What I would say about Star Atlas is, rather than being a game, it's more of its own metaverse.
Yep.
So I know we've talked about Eve, which is a first-person shooter, and we've talked about Sandbox. This is more of a space metaverse where there are an infinite number of, planets, universes. You have mining. I mean, it's taken Elite from 1985 and brought it through to 2023, 2024, where these games are they're not limitless in terms of the size, but in terms of the ability to expand it to become a, maybe even 4, 5, 600,000 person game. I mean, it will have its own economy. Obviously, it's got Star Atlas, which is its native token. It has Polis, which is the DAO token where you can vote. And, for example, different galaxies have different taxing abilities to tax. So you could sell your ore in one galaxy and pay 20% tax, or sell it in another galaxy and pay 10%. So there's guilds. There's all. I mean, there's too much to talk about in one.
Absolutely,
in one game. So what you're showing now is this the racing element?
Yes.
Of the game?
Yes. I'm just showing. Actually, I'll move on to the land part of the guy driving the vehicle. So there's actually vehicle-based driving. I think most of the games are going to be played inside of a vehicle anyway. So it's good to see they've got a solid focus or a polished-looking visual and HUD in terms of driving a vehicle. So it does look very nice. I'm just trying to go on. Oh, so here's some dogfighting here, which looks very good. A bit like Elite Dangerous. Evil. I haven't played Evil 1 before, but I have played Elite Dangerous. It looks a lot like that. Heavy influence. It looks like. But yeah, I wanted to go back onto what you were saying with the like economy, etc. It looks like it's going to be a very community driven game. I think there's 3 factions. There's like a robot one, an alien one, and a human one.
That's right.
And I think is there Discord servers or Discord areas for each faction?
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of different Discord channels. You have your main Star Atlas Discord, but then you've got your sub channels for Oni and Uster and places like that. So each community is building out. Then you've got, for example, different guilds that have built out their own websites with their own functionality on. So it's kind of preparing to build their own economies within the game as different guilds. And obviously there's guilds that have come and gone, but there's some huge guilds out there which have really grown into 500 or 600 person guilds. And I think the plan is that you can create guild missions, so you can send a fleet to perform a task within the game. So rather than trying to play the game solo, you can actually go as a 400 or 500 ship attack fleet to take out whatever it is you need to take out, or defend whatever it is you need to defend. So there'll probably be individual missions. There'll be missions where you'll need maybe 2 or 3 people, but then there'll be raids, I imagine, where you'll be able to go in and have an almighty gunfight within the metaverse. So I mean, all of that kind of elements, it's all very, very. The potential at the minute for this game is absolutely huge. But obviously, potential doesn't necessarily turn into performance. And what I think they need to do really is get this game a little bit closer to live, so then people can come and actually get excited by how good it is. If you know
Absolutely,
what I mean.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, saying with like excitement, I think like the next leap towards, you know, bringing a high excitement to the community is going to be where people can connect with each other. And like, I don't know if this. I don't think the showroom was. I mean, I know it was racing. I don't know if it's actually multiplayer or not. I'm actually not too sure about that one. But I saw some dogfighting, so maybe it is. But yeah, like I feel like when there's actually like the first sort of like NPCs coming out and like interaction with like the lore, I feel like it's going to be very exciting. I feel like hopefully it'll snowball. I feel like it's quite slow right now, but I think when it gets to the point of close to release, I feel like all the updates are going to come out. It's going to seem like all the updates are going to come out all at once, and then we're going to have the game. So it's very exciting. It's one of the most impressive looking projects and vast projects. And we've said this, like, I don't know how long ago was the first chat about Star Atlas, but we were saying back then, like, it takes a long time to make a game. And, you know, at the time we were talking about it, most of the games were either, you know, pulls or horrible, you know, like, stall asset bought things, which just thrown together to get a bit of money. They were all pretty bad. So, you know, we were saying back then, it takes a long time to make a good game. The ones which are coming out right now aren't going to be anything to look at, you know, in terms of. I mean, obviously there was the diamond in the rough, but still, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since its first like trailer release and like highlighting, but it's going to be the biggest crypto game to come out when it does. That is, but yeah, like the amount of things there are, like community based, like, you know, there's guilds. I think one of your ships is to feast one, which, you know, disguises as an asteroid, you know, a bounty hunting ship. So
exactly.
There's certain ships you have, and there's that huge ship, which is like however many dollars that was, which was like this huge, just like, what was it? It was like a universe, like, was it? Oh no, a world creator or destroyer or something. Like,
yeah, you can. There is I can't remember how much it's going to cost. It's like $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. You can actually buy a ship that terraforms. Right. So it'll find a rock in the middle of space and it will actually terraform it into a habitable planet. So you've got a speeder, which is like $2 or $3, all the way up to a $60,000, $50,000 ship. So you have a vast array of different ships. We've had a couple of comments come in.
Yep.
One is looks amazing.
Yes.
And the other one is A-rated ? I'd say it was A-rated.
Oh, in terms of like A to F tier or something, like A tier.
Yeah, like exactly, like AAA rated.
Oh, right, yeah, AAA, yeah. I mean, if it was like S to F, I'll put it on S tier definitely. It's like the amount of shit. Like, I just want to make the point of like the amount of ships there are. The amount of roles you can play within the universe is crazy. Like, and another thing with like in terms of how much money you spend in terms of ships, I have a feeling there's going to be some sort of like power play, or a power system where people who have these $50,000 ships who can make worlds habitable and be able to govern. I assume govern them worlds there at that point, because people come in and out, you can tax them. It's going to be very interesting. They're going to be like, you know, like political bodies in terms of people who own these big ships making worlds for everyone to use. It's going to be very cool to look at in terms of like a role-playing, massive multiplayer game. So yeah, it's probably if you're going to look out for any game, it's going to be this one, for sure.
I think so. My only concern is making sure they've got enough runway left to build out the game, and by runway I mean enough money left within their budget to actually finish the game. And a long time ago, probably a year ago now, I was saying on Twitter that a lot of the way they were trying to build the game was not how I would build a game. And I'm not an expert at making games, but but having played games where you have regular releases of games, so whether it be Fortnite, whether it be World of Warcraft, what tends to happen is that people need a slow and steady supply of new content.
Yep.
And what I felt Star Atlas was trying to do in the very beginning was say, buy the tokens, wait 6 years. And what they've done is they've changed to now become a little bit more like how I originally thought they would be, which is to create a game and then have different stage releases. Even if it was just something as simple as having, like one set of 6 or 7 planets that are available in a very, very small area.
Yep.
And what I was saying is they could basically disable light speed, and all of the different factions would have to work together within the game to actually build an engine that allowed for light speed within the game, which would then open up the entire universe.
Yeah, incorporate the story within the development time would be a great way of not sort of delaying the game, but as in delaying the expectations of the community. That's like a cool way. You feel like you're actually working for the game. You feel like you're a part of the start. And it'd be even interesting if the first 6 worlds, they were set out so you don't have light speed yet. So for these 6 worlds, the factions have to work together to make a central hub, and that central hub stays for the rest of the game. For the people who come in, let's say the first come in after the tutorial, whatever is made in that first alpha or beta, where the 6 worlds are opened, stays for the entire game. That would be a very, very cool way, of being, let's say there's a plaque in the corner of one of the worlds which shows all the people who helped build the main area. It would be an awesome way to interact with the community in terms of, between the developers and the players. But it would also allow for there to be, you don't want to withdraw, you don't want to cold turkey the entire community, otherwise they're going to, ditch. But it's so much, it's just enough to keep them going for a couple of months. It'd be a great way of prolonging, the final release, so they can make sure it's the most polished version they release.
And again, they could do lots of things where if they did do that, you could actually have an NFT called Founder, for example, where the people that were part of the initial community that created Lightspeed or opened up the galaxies or whatever else it was, or first entered, got a special commemorative NFT, because this is one of those games that's got, it could pull off being another World of Warcraft, which has been around for 18 years. It could do that, or it could fall on its arse. Nobody plays it, and it just sits in the background ticking along with, 30,000-40,000 users, which just keep the economy going. But I think we're not at the point now where we can make that decision on where it's going to go to. So
yeah, definitely not.
I think we'll keep an eye on it. And obviously, it's my tip. This is my tip for the game of the 2020s, if you know what I mean. This is my game. So,
yeah, definitely.
So let's see. Anyway, should we move on? And if we are moving on, what are we moving on to?
Well, it would be the last one, but I'm going to try to get Earth from Another Sun up again, so we can see the updates. I'll put that in the background quickly. The next one's Undead Blocks, we haven't looked at in a very long time. See if I can get these people's Twitter. I'm just going to show the Twitter. Oh, this week. Is this going to be... Oh, some updates. Cool. Okay, we'll look at that in a minute. So yeah, this one we looked at quite a while ago, I think.
We did.
I don't know.
I just want to tell you something.
Yeah.
And breaking news. We are 4 fans away from hitting 1,000 fans on Binance.
Oh, should we sit here until we get 1,000 fans? Should we prolong everything, even the people on YouTube, the numerous people on YouTube?
If you follow us now on Binance, then when we do our live stream tomorrow night, we will have some special boxes that we will give away.
Right, yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of crypto, won't we? And Give it away.
Which we will do tomorrow night if you follow us now on Binance. So we're 4 away from 1,000.
Yes.
Which is obviously great news. And as for YouTube, we are ticking along with our 3 viewers.
A record high. Absolutely amazing. Yes. I feel like we're just like having a deep, heartfelt conversation with a brick, and we're really trying. We're prodding the brick with a stick, hoping it's going to talk back to us, but it never will. Although it might will. Hopefully it'll become sentient. Anyway, let's get to Undead Blocks. We haven't talked about this in ages, but it's been out. Even when we talked about it, it was out. I don't know if I'll see if there's Twitter. I want to see if there's any updates. But this is a very good game. Even back then, this is a very good game to look at. And I'll get onto it in a minute. We'll get some gameplay up.
Just before you go into the gameplay, can I just go up? Can you go? Actually, no. Play the gameplay, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about it.
Okay, sure.
I want to have a look at some of the things on here. This game looks immense.
Yeah.
What blockchain is it on?
Yeah, it's all right. It's I can't even click that button. It's a good question actually. I feel like it's a question we should leave for the universe to answer.
If you click on the contract, it'll tell you.
I couldn't click on it. I was trying my best. It just copies it. I can't click it. I don't know where it's gonna take me either. Yeah, one thing I want to point out actually. So number one, it's got a friends menu. You can play with up to 4 friends. I want to compare this a bit like we compared Splinterlands with basically it's Hearthstone. This is Call of Duty Zombies with Web3 in it. It's just like we said with Splinterlands, easy to access. It's a fun, replayable game because you go in an alien, you fight zombies basically. It's very replayable. Like I said, it's just waves. Looks fun to play with friends. And where the money is in terms of this game are the skins.
Okay.
So, but I believe it might be a similar system to Eve.io, but I'm not 100% sure. I think you can also lend out your skins, but they look very sick. And what I wanted to mention, a bit like with Fortnite and like CS:GO, they've got very flashy skins and very skins you want to admire because they have a lot of bright colors. They look very cool, very intricate. Yeah. And if you're gonna have a game based on if the NFTs and the rewards and the token in terms of the rewards you get, if it's based off skins, you really want cool skins. So Eve.io had cool skins with very glowing colours. These have very cool skins as well. And it looks like some. It looks like it's going to be a very social. What's the word for it? Where not like a judge, like let's say you have a really old Fortnite skin, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, he has that skin."
So there's a lot of esteem with each of the different guns and things.
Exactly.
Right,
Yeah. What was that?
I was to say, have we got any gameplay?
Oh yeah, I was going to say, I'll go to the gameplay now.
Anyone that's just tuned in, please give us a follow or subscribe, and also hit the like button so we know that you are here.
Yes. So yeah, it's a lot like COD Zombies. Yeah, like you said with the Steam, I feel like there's going to be some cool skins and everyone's going to want them. And I think if you have them, that NFT is going to be valued a lot, and you can lend it out to other people. And I think the system's going to be. I think the system's very similar to Eve.io in terms of killing zombies and surviving rounds that earns you tokens. I don't know if it has any NFT upgrading in terms of that, but it has controller support, which I don't know if I'm not really too sure about any other games having controller support. But I think one of the things they pride themselves on is having full control integration. It's quite a small thing, but in terms of we were talking about accessibility, people will be able to come into it easily, even from a Web 2 aspect. Being able to plug the controller in like they would play on a console. It gamifies it completely, and I feel like it's a great thing it's a small thing to think about, but it's a good thing to think about in terms of I can use a controller. That's quite neat. Let's go on to it. So you've got very flashy pink, white, extravagant guns. I think it helps with the the backdrop of the game where the guns are all black. It's very it's a very dark game, but you have these flashy skins. I think that's where like we said with Steam. I've said that 3 times now, but
it does. I think this reminds me of Fortnite solo play, though. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
Yeah. The graphics just remind me. So in Fortnite, you've got your arenas and your royale.
Right.
When you got the solo game where you have to kind of slowly build up over time and get your level up, whatever. This reminds me of a few of the different zones we've got to walk around the different towns and avoid being attacked by the various monsters. You've got to go and collect the different things and.
Is it Save the World, like the one with the old zombies and stuff?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Save the World. Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, there's also a Left 4 Dead, like the UI, the bottom left, with the character icon, etc.
Yeah.
It reminds you a lot of Left 4 Dead. So it feels like an amalgamation of a lot of other games. However, Left 4 Dead and COD Zombies are very similar, so it's hard not to feel like other games when you're making a game like this. You're not, it's not like you're, innovating too hard. Anyway, we've looked at a lot of gameplay. We'll actually have a little look now at what. Yeah, so upgrade. Yeah, so as I thought, so you can use the Z-Books balance. I think that's also going to be the token to upgrade your guns, a bit like with Eve.io. So making more powerful entities. I assume you can sell the guns off, but obviously it's a bit not
Is
too.
There a marketplace? Is there a marketplace for the guns?
Survival shop. It should be just shop, shouldn't it? There we go. Open sea. Yeah. There we go. Rent. Yeah, rent again. Yep. So you play and earn. So I assume killing zombies and surviving. Upgrade weapons. So upgrading the skins and having better ammo, better damage, and renting out loads. So basically, it's like as we talked about with Eve.io. It's just like that, but with zombies and guns and skins. So here we go. Amateur. So they're loadouts. That's interesting. That. So I assume actually that makes sense because some of the guns. Like I think the SMG and one of the ARs, they had the same skin. So I assume they have like a pack of all the same of the skin. There we go. So yeah, 0.35 Ethereum. You get an AK, a shotgun, a knife, and a pistol. So you get all these different loadouts, which is quite cool. Okay, so what's the most expensive one?
That's like $600, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's quite a bit. Look at that zombie killer. So you get an AR, 5 Ethereum. Maybe this is a bit of a price, I think. $9,000. That might be a slightly overpriced. Because the rest of them are like 1.5. This is, 2,800. So, very expensive. Maybe it's because there's not a lot of people who have the NFTs and packaged their things up. There's not a lot to sell. Maybe they think they can overprice it and get away with it, but we'll see. Oh, they've got a little merch, so that's quite nice. So basically, it's like Eve.io in terms of the way it uses Web3, but it's with zombies, and and you can play with your friends. Very, very, very interesting. Very cool looking game. It's not Unreal Engine 5 or anything. It's not like ray traced and beautiful looking game, but it looks very fun, and you can play it right now.
All right, just go to staking pills for me. At the top.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. Second one along. That's it. Go there. Right. Let's have a look at this.
So stake 2,000 undead to mint weapon loadout. Interesting. Okay. So you stake 2,000 of the undead token for I assume 9 months, and you will get a loadout. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is a way of getting NFT packages. By staking their token on here. Okay.
Yeah.
If I press I, maybe I'll talk about it. Let me for stake to mint. Okay. So that's another way of getting the NFT. So I assume they'll let you actually play the game without having to spend money. I assume Huh?
Undead token, is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's undead. Yeah. It's on. I can click it. Here we go. I can't click it. I was trying to click this, but it wouldn't let me.
So undead blocks is 21 cents a token.
Alright, let's go USDT quickly. 21 cents.
Yeah.
So I'll do one here. Yeah, 21 cents. Okay, yeah. So 21 cents a token. Alright.
So that'll give you about 5 undead. Yeah. So you need to stake how many? You need to stake about $400 to unlock the
Oh, it's not $2,000. $2,000. Yeah. Okay. 424. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's quite a bit. So there's 1,500. Yeah. So I assume. So like I said, I feel like because we saw in the gameplay as well, the guy had a blank gun. It didn't have any skin or anything like that. So I think you can still play the game, maybe earn a bit of undead token, from playing the game, without having to, because it'd be a bit annoying, before you even play the game, you have to wait 6 months to actually get any weapons, which is kind of stupid. So I think you can play the game and maybe earn a tiny bit of undead, but you could lock it up for 6 months and get some weapons.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Interesting way of using staking and interacting with that with the game.
I like that. That's a really cool touch.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that in any other games where you stake to earn a pack which you can either sell or use. I mean, maybe I assume it's randomized, but this one looks interesting. It's got an RPG in it. That's very interesting. I assume it's randomized. Each pack, maybe just you get 1 AR, 1 melee, 1 pistol type. Yeah, very cool though. Even if it takes 6 months, it does look like very cool gameplay.
Yeah, it does.
Where you can earn. So yeah. I feel we'll move. You said there's some updates on Earth from Another Sun.
There is, yeah. Earth from Another Sun. It's another one of my favourite games. So.
There's 2 YouTube videos.
I thought we could have a little look at some of the updates.
This week in the multiverse.
Let's start off with some animations. The bridge will soon allow you to play music, so we need a few animations for that.
Alright.
These are the what you call it, emotes, aren't they?
As well.
Yeah, playing music in the ship, I assume.
I used it in our new faction emblem menu. We are also creating a new battlefield, and I hope to be able to show you more very soon. We've also released a new update. The new menu you saw is part of it. We remade the capsules, added a ton of sound effects.
Play single player and multiplayer. Oh, did not know that. To be honest.
We remade the fuel. Rest assured that in.
Alright, okay. So have been some. That was a year ago. This is a week. Oh, I thought this was a week ago. My bad. Is there not a Twitter on this page? Maybe we go Twitter. You said didn't you say there was something on Twitter? Or,
yeah, they put something up in the last few days about Earth from Another Sun.
April the 5th, 5 hours ago, the speed run. April 11th, they're partnering with people.
Now, my issue is that I know Star Atlas is a bigger outfit in terms of what they're trying to do, but Earth from Another Sun, in terms of like FPS gameplay, is light years ahead. I mean, look at this. Look, they've got a world destroyer. I
mean, bear in mind, well, you can actually play this game. Like, you can actually download it as single player and multiplayer. You actually play the game with
Exactly.
Star Atlas. You can hardly even play the game. Ship invasion mode. So yeah, it's graphically. It reminds me of Let me read that. Reminds me of a bit like Doom, a lot like Doom, and a bit like Apex Legends.
Yeah, a lot like that.
They're very over effect. Okay. Yeah, so it looks very nice. Like with the updates, yeah, it's looking promising. I mean, and the graphics look good as well. I don't know if it's in Unreal Engine. I think it might be in Unity. Funny how. And mechs as well. Okay, so there's a lot of content actually in the game right now. So if you want something which is developed already, or like developed, gone along with, this looks like the one for you. So fully explore, ever-changing galaxy, huh?
Another comment.
Yep.
This looks sick.
Yes, it does look sick. I mean, it reminds me of when it says fully explorable, ever-changing galaxy conquer. It does remind me of No Man's Sky. And what happened with No Man's Sky, right? No Man's Sky. What happened with No Man's Sky is it fully released and it was shocking. And I think this obviously hasn't fully released yet, but you know, I'm not comparing it to No Man's Sky, but it's a big ask in terms of, you know, the size of the possibility of the world, ever-changing galaxy to explore, you know, and Web3 technology, which is new. So you've got a vast world, which is, you know, it's not like it's been done 100 times before. It's never. I mean, other than, you know, Elite Dangerous, you know, or like the Elite Series, Eve, No Man's Sky, it's never really been, you know, done like this before. So you know, it's a bit like Uncharted Territories and Web3 technology. So you know, they've got a lot on their plate, but they're delivering so far from what I can see. So, you know, it looks like quite a lot of fun.
It does. Breaking news.
Yeah.
We have hit 1,000 followers on Binance Live. Thank you everybody on Binance.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
We just hit 1,000. We were on 999 about 2 minutes ago, and I just thought I'd hit refresh, and we managed to get to 1,000, which isn't bad considering we've only been going for about 2 weeks on here.
Yeah, that's interesting. They have packs you can buy to get what you need. I mean, it's another thing to consider with, like, you know, NFT games. I'm sure I was thinking about, like, you know, same with like Fortnite. Oh, it's a free game, but you can spend money. But if you think about normal games, you know, on Steam or you buy in a shop, you know, let's say they're 40 quid, 50 quid. You know, paying 40 or 50 quid for a ship and you know, weapons and skins and all that. You know, it's just like you're buying a game. But you own that. You can, as an NFT, you can sell it off if you don't want to play it anymore. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice that they've got the packs and stuff. As I assume NFTs do 250 quid or $250. Just get some skins and exosuits, a bike, Steam key on it. Okay, yeah, right.
I've had a comment here from Miami Celeste. Who has put, you might want to look this up on a new browser window, waiting for the launch of Meta World My City. Do you want to have a look at that?
Yeah,
thanks, Miami. Let's have a little look at that. That was on Binance, by the way.
Alright. Do a live review.
There is literal tumbleweed on YouTube tonight.
I mean, when is that not, to be honest? I'm not going to beat around the bush here. We'll beat around the tumbleweed, but... Alright. Okay, so let's have a look at this. So, well, let's watch the trailer before we get into anything.
Yeah.
34 seconds, perfect. Not too long. Nice to be loaded there. Be great if I loaded. Oh, let me try opening it on YouTube.
Yeah.
There we go.
Easier.
Hold on.
That was it. I'm a couple of seconds behind you on the
Discord stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's still taking time to load. Why is it not loading? Unlisted. Okay, so it looks like... Okay. Oh, okay, I have a feeling what's going on here. So, you know those games where you buy land in real life?
Yeah.
And then you build stuff on it. So it's a bit like a SimCity-esque game where you buy land in real life. There was one of the scandals, wasn't there? There was the World 2.0 or some crap. I don't know if... I think it was an NFT game or a Web3 game. You basically bought land, but there's actually no game to it. I'm not saying it looks like that. I'm just saying it's been, you know, tried before, I suppose. I think you buy land, but it showed the globe. So I believe you buy land in terms of the world. So you can like pay for buildings and stuff. Oh, there we go. All right, very professional looking. Advertisement. Can own the Eiffel Tower. Alright. It reminds me of Monopoly, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, it does. You're right. It does.
It looks really. It actually kind of looks really fun. Well, I don't know if it's fun, but it looks really cool. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's something about the graphics. It does remind me a lot of like Monopoly, like especially with the hand and purchasing off somebody. Like that there. That looks pretty. I don't actually know what the game is. I don't know if there's any game to it. Try to find out, but it does look very cool. Summon characters. Board game.
I mean, that looks.
Okay, it's a board game. Oh, so okay, so it's a board game, right? So it might be a Monopoly-ish game.
Yeah.
But it uses Web3. Okay. 1v1 strategic board game released. Custom characters. Land in the meta world. Manhattan released. Okay, yeah, so you can buy land in the real world. I don't know if maybe the board game's based in 2v2 board game. Okay. This actually looks really... So basically, I think it's like a Monopoly game, but Web3. And it's in the real world. I like this. This actually looks really cool.
It does, doesn't it?
Very, very cool.
Well, thank you, Miami,
yes.
for your suggestion.
Yes, we'll keep an eye on this.
Very good.
Yep.
Yeah, we will. Anybody got any other games that they want us to look at on the stream while we're here?
Yeah.
Drop a comment in the chat box, and we will go and have a look at it for you.
Aha, they've partnered with 16 hours ago. Netmarble, I assume that's the people who made this. I think they've partnered with the Sandbox.
Wow.
Right, I think they have. I don't want to speak. I don't want to say any lies, but I think the people who are doing this, Netmarble and Sandbox have signed a strategic partnership on the 11th to expand their metaverse content. Okay, so if they're being partnered with the Sandbox, things can always go wrong, but it must mean there's some sort of truth and flesh to it if it's partnered with the Sandbox.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, this looks like a great game. This actually looks very, very fun. And 2v2 coming out. Well, I don't know when it's coming out, but the 2v2 game mode, 1v1 game mode. Very cool. Alright.
Yeah.
The graphics look very accessible. Like, it's not like it's very cartoony, which is quite nice. Yeah, thank you for that, Miami. Very, very cool game. Yeah, I mean, like you were saying, if you, obviously, probably going to start ending now. But if anyone's got any games they want suggesting, if you're on YouTube, you're probably not on YouTube because you don't exist. But if you do exist, comment down below what sort of games you want to see. If you do have any NFT games, if you're on Binance, comment down, on this video, or message, tweet us or whatever. Do whatever you need to do to get access us. If you have any games to suggest, we'll look into it and do our research. I'll come back with a review on it. Well, I think that's it. We have no other games. So, thank you.
I think.
Yeah.
How long have we been streaming for?
An hour and 10 minutes. A good stream.
An hour and 10 minutes. So it's been a good stream.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Please remember to give us a follow. Head over to our YouTube channel and subscribe over there. Tomorrow night, we will be back live on Binance and Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. And it will be the Chill Show, which will be an hour of us talking about all things crypto. But thank you very much for watching. We've hit 1,000 followers on Binance, which is amazing.
Yeah, thank you very, very, very much.
And for YouTube, sort your algorithm out because it's a waste of time.
We're getting upset. We're getting upset now, okay?
3 people.
Yeah, it's 2. It says 2 to me, which is probably me and you at this point. Yeah.
Well, you know what? I can tell you something now. I have 3 streams of YouTube now. I have one on the TV, one on the laptop, and one on a phone. That's 3.
How do you have 3 and I have... oh my god, YouTube's a mess. Anyway, whatever. I'm glad we're here at Binance. We've washed up on the shores on a great island of beauty. So thank you everyone for the 1,000 followers. It means a lot.
Yeah, it does.
We've had
an awful lot.
Rapid growth on the Binance. I feel like it's not a very conquered market just yet on Binance. So it's nice to see we're growing somewhere.
King Joseph, who was on a few weeks ago when we were live a few weeks ago, he's just said congratulations. Thanks,
Thank you,
King Joseph.
Thank you very much.
We'll make sure when we do one of the boxes tomorrow that you will be somebody that gets a box.
Yes. Wait. Just wait. Actually, I mean, I don't know life, but do you give the boxes, or is it a thing, a task they have to do in order to get the box?
Well, we'll do some tasks tomorrow. I'm going to load up the Binance account tonight, and then what we'll do is, if King Joseph gives us a heads up when he's on, then we'll make sure we drop a box that he can get his hands on.
Yeah, and if any of the rest of you want a heads up if you want to get a box or not, please go to our YouTube channel, which is down at the bottom of the screen. It's popping up right now. Go subscribe. We'll see your name, and we'll write it down and remember you. And if we ever see you again, we'll make sure you'll be one of the people to get a box.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Precisely.
Thank you very much, everyone, for watching.
Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye.